shutting it down.
No. A role-playing game...
I'm bringing it back. Welcome back to Loos Harlock.
A role-playing game is a game in which players assume the roles of characters in a fictional setting. Players take responsibility for acting out these roles within a narrative.
That's so broad.
Is Miles Morales an RPG?
That's so broad.
Is Last of Us an RPG? This is such a... This made sense back then. Back on the NES.
Okay, but Nintendo, let's assume. Right? Let's assume then
most of those games were not any story games.
Play.
Fuck this fucking game. We're just talking the rest of the time.
Okay.
Where the fuck am I?
Let's assume, right?
No. Yeah. Okay. What?
Games where a character. Okay. Games where you are a very specific character, right? That's not an RPG. Breath of the Wild, not an RPG.
To be fair, Link is like a blank slate. In a way, I guess.
I mean, if they want to classify it as an RPG because you can name your character, fine. But Breath of the Wild, you can't do that. He's Link.
But at the beginning, like when the first Zelda games are coming out, right? Those games, Link was so blank slate, you didn't really know how he acted. But as the games have gone more and more, technologically advanced, in cutscenes, the way he acts out and the way he does stuff, you see more of his character and can add a personality to him that's specific to Link.
Zelda 1, RPG or not? I wouldn't say so. I don't think it's an RPG.
I mean, like...
You don't level up. Okay, that's the thing that I think is, like, important to, like... Because there's a difference between, like, leveling up and, like...
A lot of games you level up and it's not an RPG.
Exactly. But...
So, like... What the fuck? Another dragons.
Oh, there's like a beach nearby.
Is that where the tower is?
No.
What the fuck?
Wait, hold on. Don't go in that mode. Just look around like that. Look to your... Oh yeah, there's shrines over there.
Alright.
Look to your left. Yeah. Where was the tower?
Because this is just, that way.
Oh fuck, I don't have
I'm just gonna move forward over here.
I don't know, defining games is hard, because, like...
This is action-adventure.
Yeah.
With subgenre puzzle. Puzzles are a main feature in a Zelda game. You need puzzles.
They have two games, Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, right? Mm-hmm. When they did the development for those, they told Capcom, make this game puzzle-oriented, make this game action-orientated. So Oracle of
puzzle is a part of Zelda formula.
Yeah, the puzzles are a part of it.
I know. I'm not arguing about puzzles.
But the part is that, like, people calling these games RPGs, which, by strict definition, I would only say Zelda 2 counts.
But, like, when I was growing up, that's the whole reason why I brought it up, because when I was growing up, everyone called Zelda an RPG.
Who was calling Zelda an RPG?
I don't know, they were just doing that shit.
Don't fight the Hinox.
I'm not, I think I fought him already. I fought him in a...
They vary in degree of difficulty. Some of them are like the Hinox you fought is like the first one you encounter, so that's why it was really easy.
That's not the first one you encounter, cause guess what? You can go any way you want.
Well, you're supposed to encounter.
You're supposed to. And you're supposed to go into the shrine that teaches you about parrying. But that woman didn't go into that shrine until the end.
You're supposed to suck these nuts.
That's where you're gonna go?
Yeah.
Right? Really?
Yeah.
Very mature.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Mass Effect is an RPG.
Yes.
Because you have, I think, dialogue options that actually affect how your character and other people act towards you is important. Like, Walking Dead is an RPG. Right? You're role-playing as a character.
Zelda isn't an RPG, but the original Zelda preceded the genre, so it's like a spiritual predecessor. No.
What is happening? Wait, what? The original Zelda is a wait, what?
Somebody's saying that the OG Zelda is like a predecessor to like the RPG genre. But that's not true. Because you had like...
came before that, right?
Huh?
Didn't RPGs come out before Zelda?
Well, not like graphic ones. Like, you had text adventures and stuff. But like... I mean, the earliest RPG that I can think of is Dragon Quest, which was the same year in Japan. Okay, so here's this Reddit. I brought up Reddit. It is...
What make RPG?
r/Zelda. Is Zelda an RPG?
I think I saw that one.
I've always said it's an action-adventure with RPG elements. fair, I guess.
RPG
kind of.
elements make sense. Yeah.
No, Zelda's a princess. Also true. Okay. Here's
fuck
one.
Off. Fucking get your Reddit gold and get the fuck out of my face, you fucking loser.
When I think of RPGs, I first think of upgrading a character through experience. Most RPGs will have you go through levels and increase your stats each level. You become stronger.
Dark Souls is an RPG. Because you grind out your level.
I guess, but...
And you make it specific character how you want. Dark Souls is an RPG. But it's more action, like... Okay, what's up front is action. It's the action and adventure RPG.
Okay, I would classify then Dark Souls in the same as I would. Oh, it's around here, yeah. Get to the top of the thing so you can look around. Then I would classify Dark Souls as an action adventure with RPG elements. No,
but like a main part is making your build and making a specific. But the thing is, you have no there's no dialogue options. But you can choose to like kill NPCs if you want.
Die.
Huh? Yeah,
you do the
dialogue.
You do the Yoda death sound effect. Larry put in that sound effect.
Where's the fucking tower, bro?
Look to your left. I thought it was somewhere around here.
Bruh.
It's somewhere in this area.
There's another. We're closing in on our tower. Like, we don't. What? I'm just gonna.
In the truest form of RPG, yes, you're playing a role. You're Link. You're the adventurer. You're in every game. You're in a game. You're playing a role. In the context of how RPG is used for video games, no. RPG and video games are more strict. You need to make the character grow not just by items, but usually learn new tricks and stuff. Usually through experience points. In a video game genre, Zelda series is an action adventure game. I mean, because somebody pokes fun of them, saying like, well, by that definition, Mario is an RPG.
Yeah.
But there is a Mario RPG. Fuck. Anyways, like
RPG. Okay, RPG elements are needed in an RPG.
Yes.
But.
Wait. Look.
But just having RPG elements. There it is.
Yeah. There we go.
But.
There we go.
Just having RPG elements isn't enough.
Oh God. Oh no.
What?
Take off any shit that'll shock you.
I'm not gonna get naked for you.
Get a little naked. Yeah. Don't drop it.
I didn't mean to drop it. My fault. Oh, no, I'm not holding up. Where's my guardian shit?
Just remove it. Oh, you can equip any of the wooden ones. I
only have one wooden one. Or two.
Yeah, I think it should be fine. Hopefully. I hope so.
Oh, we'll see when it's electricity.
Yeah, I think that one's fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you Gucci.
Just having RPG elements isn't enough, though. You gotta have that role-playing aspect.
Well, okay, would you not say Persona is an RPG?
See, I would say Persona's RPG, but like, the main character is a blank slate, and there is dialogue options, but it doesn't change too much of the story for it to be enough. The only real dialogue options that like matter is when you're building a relationship with a character.
I mean, but
you do love. There's a level up system.
I mean, but it's not like the dialogue or like options you get in like, you know, like Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest are enough.
Can I just put the thing on real quick?
Yeah. I think it's a case-by-case basis. I don't think RPG is like a one-size-fits-all kind of definition. I think it's a thing that like this classifies, and this classifies.
I'm just gonna say this. Pure RPG, Skyrim, and Fallout, those games, except for Fallout 4 because it dumbs down the dialogue system to like Walking Dead level of just options.
Pokemon.
You do set your own party though, and that's kind of like how you show yourself off as a character, like that you're a type of like
exactly
party. So it's like you're still creating like a kind of role, just not your character. Your character's just.
I mean, your party is your own, because like even if like you have the exact same party as like somebody else, that doesn't mean you have the same moves.
What the fuck? Get away from me.
Dead. You killed him. Dead.
Fucking sorry. I don't like no bats.
I don't know. I feel like maybe, you know, definitions for video games are kind of stupid, and games are just games.
Genres have been kind of...
The lines are blurred. Because you can put
so much in the game, it's blurring now. Like back then, on the NES, you knew what game you were getting into. There was like, you got one genre in a game, really. Mario platformer.
Unless it's Zelda 2, which is like a weird fucking
mix
of like whatever. Platforming.
RPGs. There's a lot of RPGs.
Adventure. RPG. Like what?
Can you level up in any of the Castlevania?
Well, Castlevania 2.
Alright. Castlevania 2 and Link 2, the Adventure of Link are quite similar in a way.
Quite similar.
In an odd way. They have like a certain feel.
I mean, both of the games are like very much the same. Like the first one, cult classic. The second one is like the one that introduced the RPG elements that would be present later in the series. And I mean, Castlevania would eventually become like a Metroidvania RPG.
Yeah.
And like, you know, and
then technically Zelda 4.
And then the third one got, you know, like back to the roots of everything.
What was Zelda 4? Ocarina of Time?
Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening?
It was... The first one was Zelda 1, obviously. Zelda 2. Then Link's to the Past. Then Link's Awakening. And then there was like a weird like 5-year gap. And then Ocarina of Time. And then they told those motherfuckers to get back in the office for 6 months and made Majora's Mask.
Alright. You guys all have your fun. But we need another Zelda game to drop. Why do they need another Zelda game to drop?
I don't know.
What is that?
They dropped like from 1998 to 2003, I think, in America. They dropped like 5 Zelda games. Ocarina of Time was 1998. Majora's Mask was 2000. Both Oracle games were 2001. And they're completely different, by the way. They're not the same. It's not like a Pokemon situation.
I wish Pokemon would. You know what? Pokemon Unite's kind of my fault. I was asking them for too much. I was asking them to branch out. My fault. I didn't know they was gonna make it awful. Yeah, continue.
Then in 2003 they got Wind Waker, and it was all in the span of like 5 years.
Go. What does this do?
What?
Why is this glowing? What do I do with this?
It's just there. Oh, that's where you spawn whenever you transport.
Oh, okay.
There's a shrine over there.
Where?
To your left.
Where? Daddy. That's really far.
It's high.
It's quite the distance.
Carry on, son.
It's gotta be a closer shrine, right?
I mean, if you were to do that, if you were to do the like Zelda play along, which is like the game that you most want to like experience. I feel for most people, like, the one they're always, like, wanting to experience is probably Wind Waker.
Yeah, I like to play Wind Waker. What the fuck?
Would you rather play the original or HD?
Low-key original.
I feel like HD made a lot of quality of life improvements.
It did.
But I like the, like, art style of the original way more.
Yeah, it's more... They like... blurred it. They blended it into the skin.
They put a fuck ton of bloom in the game too.
Yeah.
It's like way brighter.
I'm sorry. Oh no.
You can hit it with your thingy.
Alright.
I'm kind of a Breath of the Wild genius, sure. I don't know, it's weird to me because like I've played every Zelda game.
You didn't hear when growing up that Zelda was an RPG?
I mean, I heard it, but it wasn't like... It was like mostly accepted that people were like saying that like Zelda was like an
what the fuck?
Zelda was like an adventure game with like RPG elements. It's like what I always heard. And yeah, I guess that's true. By definition, I would say so.
Element.
I mean, I would say for as much as RPG elements are in it, I would also argue that there are puzzle elements in it.
I think it's this blurring of the genres kind of why these publications are like, you know, news articles kind of like default to comparing it to another game instead of just saying it's a new genre. Like it's not a new genre, but like it's just like a new game in the genre. They always have to like compare it to another game.
Well, I would say like the reason
it also gets points because you know people have already played the other game, they haven't played the new game, so
when it comes to comparing a game to another game, like I would say I probably like Breath of the Wild the most out of any Zelda game because to me it's the most like the first one, which is why I love it so much. Just break a club.
All right.
You like the first one more than this?
No, I thought you liked the first one more.
I would say they're pretty equal.
Hmm.
I would say I would say that game, I've played it a bunch of times, and it's certainly a wonderful game, but, you know, quality of life.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I like the feeling of like being able to just literally go on an adventure though, like how you do in this game, is like what I love so much about it, which is why I like the openness of it. Because just like
Skyrim?
I love Skyrim.
On the Switch. I'm glad it's getting ported to every console. What?
Even my calculator, bro?
Yeah. Where did it go? Where did the shrine go? Just hidden behind that? Alright.
I mean, it's right next to a thingy, so it's close.
It's right here. It's just blocked by this stupid ass mountain. How do you feel about me? I was just nitpicking, alright? You know, I wasn't... Yeah, nah, I ain't doing all that. What the fuck?
I ain't doing all that.
What I look like to you? There's a shrine.
Hey.
How you feel about me talking about the shrine look?
Komakaga.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Who are the people in the shrines? What do they do here?
I don't know.
Put them there?
Like, I agree with you in that it does get like really stale of like you go into a place, you do a thing. Although like you got
I'm not talking about like the game. I'm just like it's stale to look at.
Yeah. No, but I was gonna say like those shrines are actually my favorite ones. The one that you complained about where it was like you do a thing and then
outside and then it opens up
and then it opens up and it's just a chest. Those are my favorite ones because like it felt really gratifying to do.
I mean, yeah, I said I didn't hate the puzzles outside of it, but it's just like I kind of also wish there was a shrine like 2 as well. I know it's supposed to be the shrine, but
we'll beat this shrine next time on Loos Harlock.
My fault. Close it up.
Alright, lock it.
Yeah,
cool.
right.
Shut it down.
Stop the count.